What's up, guys? It's Apollo Uchiha here, back with a new short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Naruto Had Split Personalities? And yeah, guys, it's an unscripted movie as well. Now, I apologize for not uploading a movie today. Due to some inconveniences and some personal reason, I'm not going to be uploading a movie today, not a full one. So, I hope you enjoyed this one. And yeah, if you do, then please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without further ado, let's begin with our story. Our story begins 10 years after the QB attack in Konohagakure no Sato as we go towards an alleyway to see a mob there beating up a child with blonde hair, tan skin, and blue eyes with three whisker marks on each cheek. It was none other than Naruto Uzumaki himself, the Jinchuriki of Konohagakure no Sato, the holder of the Nine Tails. Unknown to him, that is. These people called him a demon and many other names, scrowned him whenever he walked amongst them, and just sneered at him in general. Today was like any other day, and he was late, night wandering outside the village when he was attacked and cornered, as he laid now in pool of his own blood, as the mob was happy. Good, this should teach him a lesson, and get Hokage out of our backs. He's not dead, and it pretty much looks like an accident, said a Chunin who was the leader. He was none other than Naruto Sensei Mizuki, as something inside Naruto cracked that day. Many things cracked inside his head. As QB in the seal awakened, what is going on with this kid? This is not good, as it seems that its mind is making some more personalities. Shit, I'm trapped inside a sociopath now. As the mob on the outside world turned around to leave, as they heard chuckle, a bread-curdling chuckle. Where did you think you're going? You played your part, now it's my turn, said a kid's voice as they all turned towards the kid. The kid's hair, gone from blonde, was blood red, and his eyes, they seemed red with slits. His whisker marks were thick, and his nails grew into claws as he blitzed, and next thing, screams were heard from the alleyway. Many people that lived near that area were terrified. Those who go there to see what was happening never came back. They too died inside the incident. After that, we see Naruto just sitting there, enjoying the splatter of blood all over his body. Good. I feel calm now. As he opened his eyes to look at the opening of the alleyway, to see an old man looking at him with shock. Who are you, and what have you done to Naruto? Said the voice. It was none other than Sarutobi Hiruzen, the third Hokage of the village, as behind him were his personal envoy guards and some of the clan heads. They were inside a meeting when this happened, when they felt and heard the screams and malicious killer intent of a seasoned jonin, a hostile one. And when they arrived, they saw a red-headed Naruto with slits in his eyes and claws for hands, just there. Ah, hello there, old monkey, said the personality. Who are you? Who, me? I'm Saruto. You can say that you're a split personality of his. Aha, correct. It seems that we have a brainer here, everyone. You're a Yamanaka, aren't you? The mind crawlers. How do you know about us? Well, unlike my other counterpart, I'm not stupid. What do you mean, counterpart? Said Hiruzen, as Inoichi began to explain, as Naruto looked towards him. I mean this Naruto, as Saruto growled. I mean Saruto over here is another part of Naruto. Yes, I was created just now. You can say I was born now. I am made from Naruto's hatred, anger, frustration. And I just took that out, and both Naruto and I feel at peace. Can we take him out? No, you can't, said Saruto, laughing like a maniac. I'll stay here permanently. The damage you all fools done to his mind Well, that is the reason why I will stay here permanently. I can never go back. Never. I will not disappear. I will protect Naruto and train him. I will appear whenever he is angry. I am satisfied now. Meet you again, old monkey. But I hope under different circumstances, that is. As with the other laugh, Naruto or Saruto fell on the ground. In front of everyone, the red blood hair turned into blonde. As the nails got back into the skin and turned human like. The whiskers now back to thin lines. As Naruto woke up, where am I? As he looked towards a figure standing in front of him. Gigi, is that you? Naruto, my boy, are you alright? Yeah, Gigi, it hurts. It hurts everywhere. As Hiruzen's eyes widened as he saw Naruto's body bleeding. As he picked up Naruto bridal style and dashed towards Anbu Hospital, and many of the Jonins after him, and so did Inoichi Yamanaka and rest of the clan heads. As they were waiting outside, as the doctor operated on Naruto, a non-biased doctor, at least, that had full confidence from Hiruzen. Hiruzen began. What was that? How can we make him disappear? It is not good. I know, Hokage-sama, but from the looks of it, we are the reason it was created. I mean, we as a general populace of Konoha. Because of our hatred and biased opinions upon him. It seems that he was storing his anger, hatred, and frustration, keeping it bottled away. Until that bottle bursted, and a new personality was born, cracking his mind. Said Shikaku Nara, the second smartest man in the whole village. Yes, what a drag. Troublesome blonde. His father was more troublesome, but he takes the cake here. Yes, I know, but isn't there any way we can repair his mind and make him forget about this? No, Fugaku, we can't. Yes, Uchiha clan wasn't massacred. Oh man. Can I make use of my Sharingan to remove his memories of this part? We can try, Inuichi said, but it will not be beneficial. Kage-sama, Anbu said, the council has been summoned. They have required and requested your opinion there, and all of your presence as well. We will be there, you can leave. As Yashi then began, now let's see what those idiots have to say. They'll probably demand his execution, said none other than Inuichi. And that I'm not going to let happen. You can count on us, Hokage-sama. He is Minato's boy, after all. He saved us countless times, and it is our turn to return the favor. Not at least to his son, that is. As they all left, as Inu and Cat stayed behind. Kakashi. When I saw Naruto like that, I was scared. I thought we lost him finally. He looked like he was influenced by QB. He became what people thought he would become. They called him a demon, a monster, and that is the persona his split personality took. I have read some personality disorder books in my younger days, and from the looks of it, it will not go away. It is permanent. The damage is already done. You mean not even Naruto has the willpower to remove it? Yes, Naruto has, or at least the personality has. Saruto, I mean. If he wants to go and never return, he will leave Naruto alone. But from the looks of it, and the way he said it, it looks like he's here to stay. And make us pay for what we did. Let's just hope there is not more any damage here. As we go towards unconscious Naruto, as he woke in the seal in front of the huge bars and QB. As the QB was looking at him. Oi, Ningen. What's going on out there? Why are you here if you're... As Saruto came in front of him. How come there are two of you? As QB then realized the tear he felt in the mind. You caused that tear. No, my dear QB, I did not. Those were the foolish humans that did. Why do you look like you are possessed by me? Who, me? I am, but their imagination wanted to create. I was given birth by their hatred, frustration. They wanted a demon, right? That is what I gave them, a demon. Who are you? Naruto said. I am the Kyuubi no Yoko, and that over there is your counterpart. Yes, Naruto. As my dear Kyuubi said, I am your counterpart. Or you can say, I am you. But how? How can you be me? You're different. Your hair, your claws. Naruto laughed, showing Naruto his fangs as Naruto breath hissed. Calm down, Naruto. You're more like a brother to me. We are the same and one person after all, living in the same body. I will protect you from them. They will never harm you again. That much I can promise you. I will only appear whenever you lose control or are angry. You promise? Yes, Naruto, I promise, as Kyuubi said. Then, are there any more of you? I felt many tears happening. At least 3, that much I felt. There might be. There cannot be. Who knows? I was the first personality that was born from his frustration, anger, and hatred. And Naruto over here shows willpower, hope, companionship, compassion, forgiveness. Who knows what else is in store out there? His mind is a vast place. And there might be possibility that there is one more. That has yet to emerge. Damn it. Yes, that is damn it, my dear Kyuubi. Now, someone has to keep you in line and check so that you don't bother our brother Naruto here. What do you mean, R? Yeah, what do you mean, Saruto? That is my name. Hey, are you copying my name? What if I am? I guess I can do nothing about it. I always wanted a brother. I guess I got one, Naruto said, getting friendly with Saruto as Saruto smiled, as he felt at ease around Naruto because he wasn't afraid of his personality. Saruto had a fear in his heart that Naruto, his other counterpart, might be afraid of him. But he was acting friendly and all, so he was happy and more relaxed. As Saruto then looked at Kyuubi, but he didn't say anything. As Kyuubi got irritated and asked, "What do you want, Ningen? Why are you staring at me like that?" "I'm curious." "About what?" As Naruto was silent as he listened to this exchange between the mighty Biju and his other personality, or brother, or friend, whatever. He wasn't that much of a genius. He went along. As Naruto then began, "Why did you attack the village out of nowhere?" "Huh, I was being manipulated." Hard to believe. A Biju strong and capable of your caliber and destruction, being able to be manipulated by whom? Madara Uchiha. That's who. You mean you were manipulated by Madara Uchiha 13 years ago? 10 years ago. Yes. Do you think I'm a fool? Sarada said, getting angry at that mighty Biju in front of him. Your Madara Uchiha is nothing more than a mere bones and 10 feet under the ground now. Do you think I'm a fool, Kyuubi? I'm not Naruto. Yeah, hey, I resent that. Be quiet, Naruto. I'm talking. As Naruto pouted, as Kyuubi had a sweat dropped, as Sardo then spoke, "Tell me who he was. Who was the one who manipulated you? I know that you're not lying, that someone did manipulate you. And from what I remember during my sleep, the first one to do that was Madara indeed. But second time, it is hard to believe. You know that hundreds years has been passed since then, right?" "Yes, I know. But, believe it or not, it was him. I remember his Sharingan, and yet you were easily manipulated." Pathetic. So much for the strongest Biju out there. The Kyuubi pounded his fist at the giant bars. "Let me out of this cage and I'll show you how much of a threat I am. How about I come inside, and you tell me how much of a big threat you are?" Saruto said with a vicious glare, as he had a cruel smirk on his face. Kyuubi thought, he's crazy. No damn shit about that. He's made out of frustration, anger, and all those hatred that he stored. He doesn't care. He's ready to kill, huh? Worth a while to get some stretches. Hop inside then, be my guest. But I won't go easy on you. I will tear your flesh apart the moment I get it. Not like I have any. We'll see about that. How about we continue now? Enough of this yip-yapping. Wait, Naruto, don't go in there. Naruto said, worried about him. Don't worry, Naruto. I will be back. As Naruto jumped inside the seal, as Kyuubi lunged at him, as 8 black chains shot out of Naruto's back that wrapped around each of its tail as it swung Kyuubi and put it through the wall. As Kyuubi gasped, such strength, but how? Even the mighty Uzumaki and Hashirama weren't this strong, and this 10-year-old kid was able to do that. How pathetic. Damn it, I'm going to tear him apart. As the Kyuubi charged the Bijudama, Naruto said, boring, or Naruto said. As the chains then did something, as it formed a huge shield in front of him, as it had a huge Uzumaki swirl. Interesting. You know, Naruto, you can use them. I will teach you later how to use your chakra chains. Chakra chains? I don't know how I remember that name, but it suits them. It is because of your pathetic Gekkeigenkai, you pathetic idiot. What do you mean, Gekkeigenkai? You are from an Uzumaki clan. Those idiots have these Gekkeigenkai. Clan, huh? I guess I have to do some research later on. As Kyuubi was taken out by Naruto, as they fought for 10 more minutes, as both of them were panting heavily now. You have my respect, Ningen. I'll give you that. You were able to push me so hard that I'm panting heavily now, and low on chakra. Me, the mighty Nine-Tails, beat you. You too. It was nice workout. You're clearly passing out. Why don't you step outside so I can rest? I'll tell you the tale later on about the Uzumaki clan, where you can find the ruins. Ruins? Yes, now leave. I have to rest. Besides, there are some people waiting outside for you to wake up. As this was going on inside Naruto's mindscape, we go towards the council meeting that was taking place at the same time. As Hiruzen was quite shocked what they were demanding, execution for Naruto, because they thought that finally the demon has taken over. As Hiruzen began to explain to them that how it wasn't that, and it was that Naruto had split personality disorder, as in which he explained to them that a personality was created by Naruto's mind that will protect him when his main personality was shut off. As many people were skeptical about that, and Hiruzen sent some ambush to get Naruto. As that is why we go towards Naruto now, who woke up, as it was Inu and Cat who were informed of this. Naruto, Hokage-sama has requested your presence. Okay, Inu-ni-chan, let's go. As Kakashi or Inu picked Naruto up, as the sunshine there. As Naruto arrived there, he was sitting on a chair in the center. He was put there by Kakashi, as some of the council members said, "Stand up, demon!" As Naruto was quite terrified what was going on. Why was he summoned there? As suddenly, his other personality took over. Who was the one who called him a demon? I did. What are you going to do? As black chain shot out of his back, piercing through the said man's heart. This is what I'm going to do now. No, said Naruto, sitting back like a boss in front of all of them, putting his leg up on his knee. Who's the bastard who demanded my presence? I know for sure that Naruto Bijiji over here didn't do that. As Hiruzen was quite surprised, Naruto was giving him the request and respect that he desired. As Hiruzen nodded, these people demanded Naruto's execution. Who? As the civilians looked at him, us. Them. Are you out of your mind? Have you at least a little bit of brain in your head? What if I die? What will happen next? One clan will die. Your hero's legacy will die, as many shinobi's eyes widen, and the QB will break free. We're we're not afraid of your threat. Now aren't you? Funny, huh? You think that once I die, the demon will die with me, right? I saw the seal, you damn bastards. I talked to it. The seal that is placed on me or Naruto is a trigram seal, used on the Yugas. Once I die, the seal can be broken easily by the QB. And what will happen next? It will finish what it started. And I am preparing for countermeasures against him being sealed or manipulated again by a Sharingan. What do you mean, Sarto? What Sharingan? Madara. QB said and confirmed that Madara Uchiha is indeed alive and out there. He is the person who manipulated the QB, as the elders and the Hokage's eyes widened, and so did Fugaku's. It cannot be. He died at the hand of Shodai Hokage. You forgot. He had those accursed eyes, the Mangekyo Sharingan. How do you know about this? The QB knows. That is why I know. Now I have revealed the biggest secret of your clan, the curse of hatred and the Mangekyo eyes. Never read that Naraka Shrine's tablet. It was placed there by Madara himself to lure you and stray you from the path. I see. Thank you, Sarada-san. Don't thank me yet. As Naruto or Sarado turned toward the civilian, you are making demands. You don't have any say in the shinobi affairs. You are nothing more than pests that crawl and leech off of the shinobis. We play an important role. Yes, you do. Playing the bitchy and moany parts of the council. You are those pets that leech off of each and every prestige clan, drain them from their money. You're nothing more than greedy, power-hungry bastards. I will do some investigation on my own then later on, thought Sardo. And I bet you have done some very, very nice deeds, right? That you don't want to, well, be displayed in front of the public, or your image might fall, not only in Konoha, but in the whole elemental nations. He's crazy, said one of the civilians. Oh yes, I am. We're not afraid of you, demon. Oh, I will make you afraid of me. You wanted a demon. You are the one who gave birth to this demon. I was one with Naruto, absorbing his frustration, hatred, anger. All of those comments heard. Absorbing and absorbing. That is all I did for the past 10 years. Until there was a breaking point. And I was born. This is the monster that you all created. And now it has come back to bite you in your ass and tear it apart. Make your choice, civilian council. Step aside and don't bother me for the rest of my life. Or fear my wrath. Because I know for sure the Hokage and the council wouldn't mind having you all removed, personally, by me. As they all look towards their Kage, to see an indifferent look in his eyes. You'll get away. You don't get away with this demon. We will find a way. How? By telling the daimyo? You forgot who his wife is? Oh yeah, his mother as well. Both of them were from the Uzumaki clan. And once they know that I'm from an Uzumaki clan, what do you think will happen? They will strip you from your powerful seats that you so much hog on and execute you personally for mistreating me. I have everything covered and you are cornered now. I will strip you down piece by piece. That is a promise. Your power, your money, everything that you hold dear, I will take it away from you. Everything that has been denied to me by you, I'll make you bear the same fate. Everything that you desire, I will take it away from you. For that, let the game begin, council. Throw your next move carefully. If this is all, I'll be leaving, said Saruto, as Hiruzen nodded as Saruto got up and began to leave. As he heard a voice, we will personally monitor you. You are a threat to the village. No, Danzo. I'm no threat to nobody. Unless someone strikes me first. And you know that I am a threat to you, personally, because of your roots that are growing deep in this village. As Danzo's eyes widen, I know your plan, Danzo. Or Naruto knows. He told me what you wanted. I know where you kept Shisui. What? What do you mean by that? Said Fugaku. Abandoned house, 8th Street, north south of the village. Go there now if you want Shisui. He's being tortured. His Sharingan is to be operated upon tomorrow to be implanted in that bastard's eye hole. You bastard, Root! As suddenly, no one arrived. Oh, did I mention that before I arrived here? With Kakashi, I personally went down to kill many of your Root members. They're half to their numbers, poor beings. They were thankful to me once I killed them because they were freed from your tongue seal. And I plan to find a way to heal and free them all, and use them against you. It will be such a nice view, seeing your tools kill you, butcher you, in front of me, my very own eyes. You power-hungry bastard. You played with so many lives, and I will enjoy the moment now, because from here on out, Danzo, and everyone else, mainly you civilian council and esteemed elders, I'm going to be the one who will be the puppeteer, and you will be my puppets. Hokage-sama, you cannot allow this. He just threatened us openly, and he will go through it, I know for sure. He has killed 80 civilians that formed a mob, 10 Chunins, 8 Genins, and 8 Jonins, and 2 Anbus died within that mob. What do you expect? He's already at Kage level speed and strength. Who knows how far he can grow? Much far. As after that, Naruto went home and relaxed. And next day, Naruto woke up and went to academy. Many of the children were scared as they were looking at Naruto as he was an enigma. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Nothing, Naruto, you can sit. As Naruto went and sit with Satsuki, who was looking at him. Hey Dobe, what happened to you last night? I heard you laughing maniacally throughout the whole village. Eh? Naruto, was that you? Yeah, it happened when I was killing the rude bastards. She was on her hit list as well. Good job, Naruto. Thanks, bud. No worries, bud. Just enjoy your romance. Oh, nothing, Sasuke-chan. It's just that I was planning a prank on your clan and some others. As Satsuki gave him a fake glare. Don't even try, Dobe. As Naruto asked, anything new happening with the clan? Yeah, Shisui-Nisan is recovered. He was badly wounded. It turns out it was one of the elders. What was his name? Yeah, Danzo. That was his name. He was the one who was behind this, and he wanted us to turn against Konoha and then kill us. She said with a shiver and disgust. How can someone think like that? Many people do, Satsuki. We don't have to worry about them anymore, at least. Yeah, Dobe, at least that's for sure. As Iruka began his lecture, Naruto fell asleep. As Iruka was nagging Naruto to wake up and answer his questions, as suddenly Naruto woke up. But he was different. His eyes were cold blue hues, and his hair, it was a little palish but blonde. And his skin was a little bit pale. He resembled the Yondem Hokage. What is it, Iruka-sensei? Can you tell me what was the name and Kagegenka of Shodai Hokage? Shodai Hokage was none other than Hashirama Senju, the founder of the village, and the one who brought peace to the elemental nation, and as well as distributor of the bijus among the other nations, and his Kagegenkai was none other than the Wood Released, the mighty Wood Released that has not yet to appear again in any other shinobi. Aside from him, he was named as the Kamino Shinobi. And then he passed the mentality on to the second Hokage, Tobirama Senju, who was a bit of racist against the Uchiha, but other than that, he was a good person. At least, not in the Uchiha's eyes, but for the rest of the village he was. And he also developed the civilian council, the bane of the existence, and the corruption greedy bastards they are. And after that, the war began and he passed away, like his Aniki in a war. And then he passed the mentality to his student, Hiruzen Sarutobi, who was also there alongside his rival Danzo. Thank God he didn't become the Hokage, that mindless drone ass bastard. Other than that, the next mentality was passed on to the war hero that won the third Shinobi War, Minato Namikaze, and he died, sealing the QB inside me 13 years ago. And now we are here, with the third Hokage and me listening to your boring ass lectures. Uh, uh, who are you? Who, me? I am Menma. I am one of Naruto's personalities. Ino became interested. What do you mean personalities? You're not Naruto, Baka. You're different. Now I see you. Your eyes, they're much duller and cold. As expected of an Yamanaka. Even though you're a bimbo bitch and want to get into any Uchiha's parents so you can get into an Uchiha clan, mainly for Itachi Uchiha. Do you want him to get into the prison for being a pedophile or something? Other than that, it was quite good of you. I did not expect that coming from you, Yamanaka. Ino had her jaws dropped, and so did every other girl. What did you say? Yes, it is true. You wear clothes like a whore, and you're aiming for Satsuki's older brother. Just to get into his pants, you try to seduce him, even though you were flat as a board and have no personality, and you look like a gold digger. What's that? It's a term that is used in the modern reality, and it describes a woman who's after money and prestige, nothing else. But I am a princess of a clan. No, even though you are a princess, you don't look like one. You look like a whore, that's for sure. As Kiba then got up and said, trembling, "Burn! Naruto, become my sensei. That was the coolest burn out there." "Oi, Naruto Baka, shut up!" "I forgot about you, you holler monkey. Shut the fuck up. Your mother is a whore as well. She got into the civilian council, sucking dicks and giving her pose. Nobody knows how you were born. I doubt that you are even your father's daughter. That's for sure. Because he's blonde and so is your mother, and you have pink hair. Guess again." As Sakura's jaws dropped at this, as Iruka then said, "Naruto, my name is Menma, sensei." "Calm down, Menma. You can sit down. Good job. But please do not disturb the class and stop roasting people left and right. Why? They deserve this. I get it, you're a genius and all, but please, can you at least respect others? I respect Sasuke-chan over here, Hinata Yuga over there. Both of these girls are beautiful in their own right. Even if they have some issues, they have nice personality. One is a tsundere, while other one has confidence issues. I love them both." Naruto said with a thumbs up and straight face as both of the girls blushed. "Wait, you or Naruto?" said Ino, "because you are split personality." "Yes, we all three love both of them." "Three?" "Yes. Aside from me, Naruto, the main personality, there is another, who is filled with hatred, frustration, and anger of Naruto. I am the lost part of his mind, his intelligence. I can breathe data into me." "Whoa, that is creepy, man." "Yes, as expected of a lazy bastard like you. You figured it out. I can read people's minds, get information. At this very moment, I am draining information from the Hokage, and Anbus, and some of the civilians, finding out many stuff that they did. Oh, I stand correct," he said, looking towards Ino. "Your father is none other than Danzo Shimura." As Iruka's jaws dropped, he had a fetish, so he dyed his hair black because he was called girly names because of his pink hair. As Sakura almost had a heart attack. Naruto, Menma sensei, I am currently Menma. Can you leave and go towards Hokage's office?" "I don't understand why. I was just stating the facts. Just please go there and give him this note." As after that, Menma nodded as he got up from the seat as he looked towards both of the girls. "Satsuki, Hinata, would you like to go out on a date with Naruto? If you don't mind." Okay. Yeah, Dobe. I guess I can go. Perfect. I'll pick you up separately. But how? You can't make a bunshin yet, said Sakura. You should worry about your family. Your poor father. He will break once he find out that his princess that he took care of isn't even his daughter. So much for a bastard, huh? You earned the bastard, Sakura. Congratulations now. A legitimate bastard. Funny. As Menma laughed. Whoa, that was so cool, said Kiba. Shut up, Kiba, that was not cool. He insulted everyone, said Ino. Yeah, burned. Yeah, you were boned and burned to crisp by him. And that was the most hilarious thing, as chuckling sounds were heard, and everyone was surprised it was Shino that was laughing. It was the most funniest shit that I have ever heard coming out of Naruto's mouth. As Menma was walking in the village, he heard sneers and everyone looking at his direction with disgust. You all know that if I call Naruto, he can turn you into bloody smear, and your so beloved demon will be back. How about I summon him now? As Naruto arrived, Naruto's hair turned red from pale yellow, and his cold ice blue eyes turned slits with red. Time to play! As screams were heard throughout the alleyway, as Naruto dashed towards the Hokage office, killing many people. As Naruto was sitting there, huh? Where am I? Ah, crap, Naruto, did you took over my body? No, actually it was me. Who are you? I'm Menma. Menma Uzumaki, Namikaze, your other personality. Namikaze? Yes. Namikaze comes from our father's name, or mainly your father's name. His name was Minato Namikaze, the Yellow Flash of Konoha. I have remembered his techniques and learned them. We can start training you, alongside with Naruto. Really? Yes, since I can't fight, I can only learn and pass knowledge on to you. I'm more of an Esper. I can read minds and get knowledge. That is cool! I know, right? As this was going on, behind the bars, QB was quite surprised by this, and as well as looking at them with deadpan. Not again, another one. Whatever you mean by that, QB-san, said Menma. Although you are a little bit respectful from your other counterparts, you are quite creepy. How do you know what I was thinking? As I said, I am an Esper. I can read minds. Really now? That is interesting. Yes, that is. Now, what do you mean by that? Another one. Great. I mean to say is that there are two of you inside one body. Aside from the main personality, it is quite creepy, even if you ask me, the mighty demon. Alright. As from then on, both Naruto, Naruto, and Menma got along, much to Kyuubi's dismay, and worked together to make Naruto strong. And when Naruto reached at the age of 13 and became a genin, Naruto was already at Jonin level himself. And he was apprenticed by Kakashi Hatake. He didn't want to take any team, so Kakashi took Naruto as his apprentice. And during those 3 years, he has quite grown close to Satsuki as well as Hinata, who were both trained by their own clans as well, and placed into a team, Team 7, made out of a Konoichi team, led by Anko Mitarashi as well. As we go towards Naruto and Kakashi, who were returning yet again from another C-rank mission, which was to decimate a bandit camp. It was quite easy for Naruto because he just switched personality with Naruto to do the deed. He didn't want to kill anyone. It went against Naruto's code, but it didn't went against Naruto, so he was more than happy to do this. And as they were returning, Hokage summoned them and told them that Team 7 needs help in the Land of Waves. Their mission jumped from C to A rank, and both of them left after returning there. As they were dashing, they saw the side of Kurenai on the ground. Anko on the ground, panting heavily while her snakes were fighting against Zabuza, as she was catching breath, while the 3 genins were trapped inside an ice dome. As Naruto arrived there and turned into Naruto, kicking the dome and shattering it with a kick. Well, who is the bastard who's going to get my claws painted with his blood today? Who are you? Ah, hello, girls. I haven't been introduced by Naruto, have I? Yes, we know that Naruto has Menma, but who are you? I am the demon personality. I am Saruto. I see. Don't worry, girls. You two are quite precious to Naruto, so I won't hurt you. But as for you, he said, pointing towards Sakura, you can die for all I care, you banshee. Why? Your mother is on my hit list, and you too now. Thanks to her, so don't get on my nerve, Haruno. Stand down and let me take care of it. As Ice Needle shot towards Saruto, who grabbed it with one hand, not looking at it, crushed it. As the masked nin arrived. Who are you? This is not your fight. Nor was it, but you made this personal when you hurt my Himeis. As Saruto dashed towards the said masked person as the girls blushed, and with a single swipe of his claws, the person was hurt badly because Saruto was above Kage level, an S-rank shinobi. He was in league with Hashirama and Madara, a league of his own. As he turned towards Zabuza, who was now panting heavily, as clapping sound was heard. Well, 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 the demon of the mist has failed. Quite pathetic if you ask me. Good merchandise. I will use them as my personal breeding stock. Now, men, kill them and bring those women here. Once I'm done, I'll let you use them. Saruto's eyes turned at them, as they all stopped and looked at as a demon was looking at them. What did you say? I didn't hear quite right. Even though I have the best hearing out here. Did you say you're going to use Naruto's Himeis as your personal breeding stock? What of it? You're one and we are many. I'll tell you what of it. You just dug your own grave. As there was blitz and many screams and splatter of bloods everywhere, Scotto stood alone. Within 10 seconds, everyone lay dead on the ground, butchered badly, mauled by the said animal in front of him. Please, don't hurt me. I'm gonna do more than that. One by one, each limb was teared off. It started from a finger, all the way up to an arm, shoulder, then legs, then the other arm, then half torso. So, Gato was still alive, but he was losing blood. Naruto stomped on his face, killing him. Good. I feel at peace. You can take over now, Naruto. Your Himeis needs comfort. As Naruto took over, I'm sorry about that, but are you two okay? Naruto said, dashing towards both of the girls who hugged him. Naruto, we were afraid that we lost you. Don't worry, Saruto's kind of my brother, and so is Menma. You mean you think those two idiots are your brother? We're not idiots, said both Saruto and Menma, as they took over Naruto for a moment. As Kyuubi was afraid of them now, even Kyuubi, because they were getting more powerful. Menma was so powerful that he can read minds of the whole village, and his reading capacity was increasing. Kyuubi wondered if he put his chakra into Menma, its coils, how far his power can go. He didn't want to find that out. And unluckily, he did. And they tried. And Menma was surprised when he found out that there was an organization out there known as Akatsuki who was after the Beijus. After this discovery, Kurama, known as the name of the Nine-Tails, started to work with them, cooperate with them, to find what they were doing. And it was real that it was to free Kaguya and end the world in chakra. Naruto took caution and visited Kaguya himself, and sealed with the help of Onjutsu that he was learning, placed 80,000 more seals now that she couldn't break free forever. Kaguya was sitting. She couldn't break free now, and that is when Menma took over Naruto to read her mind. And what he found shocked him. There was a whole clan out there of the Otsuzukis, and Naruto found their only weakness, and that was to hit them with a chakra burst straight through their brain, killing them without getting a karma seal. Naruto smirked as Kaguya's face showed fear as he aimed chakra at her, and shot it at high speed, killing her there and then. Zetsu felt it as he started to melt. White One understood that his mother has died, if her will died as well. As he turned into a tree, Akatsuki was now a lost cause, unknown to them. As Naruto then returned to Earth, after finding out the location of Ishiki, Momoshiki, and Kishiki, who were hiding deep underground in hibernation, brought here by Kaguya, Naruto met with 80,000 parts, all of them consisting of the Otsutsuki clan and their children. Naruto killed all of them with chakra burst. He was exhausted, but Kyuubi helped him, and that is when they encountered the white tentails that was being born into a chamber. When its birth was completed, the elders will rise again. But they died now, so Naruto had to kill it. Then Kyuubi said something. Why don't you absorb it? Absorb the chakra. As Naruto absorbed the chakra of the Biju, as the Biju started to get turned into skeleton, and the skeleton was no more. Naruto felt powerful, more powerful than ever before, as he returned back and switched with the shadow clone that he left there. After that, we go towards the present, as we see Naruto comforting his fiancées. In his mind, they were already married, but they were fiancés. Naruto was not what he was seemed to be, or his split personality wasn't. Menma was cunning and smart. He could read everyone's mind and know their emotions and their motives. He could turn their emotions against them. As for Saruto, he was the one who was the strongest heavy hitter. As for Naruto, he was the one and main personality that the other two followed because he was strong as well now. They're equal. As after that, saving all of them, they returned back to Konoha and met with Jiraiya as the Chunin exams were about to begin. Naruto told Jiraiya that he didn't need him now. He didn't need him for the past 13 years, so he won't need him now. As the Chunin exams begin, first part went as in canon, the second part encountered Snake, and Saruto had some few words with him. The Snake was afraid of Saruto now, as was the rest of the village, but Naruto or Saruto didn't give him a chance to escape. Snake was dead. Naruto arrived in the tower, but with a head in his hand. Saruto did. It was none other than Orochimaru's. As the head was presented to council before the preliminaries, they didn't thought it was the original, but Anko Mitarashi confirmed as her curse mark alongside many people disappeared. Kabuto knew that his master has died. As Naruto heard, or Menma heard his emotions, and he too died at the hands of Naruto. The preliminary rounds began. Naruto devastated, who was in front of him. It was Kiba. With a flick of his finger, Kiba was insulted as he was slammed into the wall. As Naruto returned back to the seat, as Hinata was badly injured, as he jumped down and warned Neji, never show your face again in front of the fight or you will die. Neji said the same fate sheet as Naruto with some sort of fate had the first match with him. Now Neji wasn't an idiot, he knew what Naruto did with a flick of a finger. Throwing someone like that with a flick of a finger was something else on a whole new level. He was scared, but he knew he had confidence. And so the fateful day came, but after a month. But there was no Orochimaru, no Kazekage there. Even after a request, the Suna's shinobi and Oto shinobi, under the regime of Kabuto, who was somehow alive and able to survive the Naruto's attack, was there and started the coup against Konoha, and Konoha crush began. But it was devastated. They were at heavy loss. They all perished, not even one escaped. Naruto spared Gaara because of his suffering, and his siblings. After that, they became friends, as Gaara left back to Suna. After that, Akatsuki made their move, but Naruto hunted them down one by one, killing and maiming each and every one of them. And after that was done, he returned and got his heritage back from Hiruzen, who was dying due to old age. Once his heritage was revealed to the whole populace, they were afraid of now even more. He was ranked as triple S ranked shinobi in the bingo books. They all remembered his name. Naruto the Terror, Saruto the Terror, Menma the Cunning. These were the titles given to him. People were afraid, all of them were. So many peoples and villages joined together. Even Konoha, some of the people joined together with the band to kill Naruto, but they were all foolish and they all perished in attempt. Naruto was far more beyond powerful than Jinchuriki's and army forces. That is when he earned the name Akuma no Shinobi. And now we see Naruto 10 years after everything at the age of 23, relaxing in his mansion inside Konoha, or what was left of it, as he has united the five nations under his rule as his kingdom, the Uchiha Neo, and everyone lived within it. The clans were siding with Naruto, while the civilians and many other people joined the other, aside from the civilian side of shinobis as well, and they all perished. Those who stood with Naruto knew that he was powerful. Those who didn't participate, mainly Suna, were all okay and were given their own region and were governed by Gaara. As for other, Naruto had them under his thumb. But he was a fair and just ruler. People started to see that during his 10 years of regime now, as we see him relaxing on his swimming pool with his wives, Sasuke and Hinata. My life is good. Thank you, Saruto. Menma, if it weren't for you two, I don't know where I would be standing. No worries, kid. We'll always be there for you. Boy, who are you calling kid? I was just trying to act cool, says Saruto. Well, Saruto, that was quite foolish. You wanna go? You piece of shit? I may be a piece of shit, but what does that make you, Naruto? Good point. Oh man, I'm surrounded by idiots. Kami, please kill me. That can be arranged, says Saruto. Come on, stop it. He's our friend now. As Menma was able to free Kyuubi, but Kyuubi stick up with them. He didn't want to roam free. He wanted to stay with them because he enjoyed their company, but sometimes they could be damn annoying. That's for sure. As they were resting now, looking out at their kingdom, we're just happy that he's happy. Yeah, hey, do you think we should disappear? Menma asked to Saruto. Nah, we'll stick around. Yeah, right, as both of them smirked at each other as Naruto was happy. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this story off, guys. I hope you liked this one, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, as this is Apollo Uchiha and I'm signing out. Peace.